Welcome Star Wars gamers to this brand new video. It has been a while since I've posted any Star Wars content at all, like some of you out there in the wilderness still searching for a brand new Star Wars game to play, be it on mobile or on console or PC. There just isn't on any really. But today I'm bringing news. There's some news out there. I can't believe there's some news. Almost 12 months ago, we had two announcements to do Star Wars games on mobile. Almost three, because Force Arena was cancelled as well. But in August 2018, Zynga announced that it was making a brand new Star Wars game with the option to do a second. In addition to that, they were taking over managing Star Wars Commander. I haven't returned to Commander. I've been tempted to return to it, but it's so pay-to-win heavy. It just puts me off going back to it. But I may give it a look. We've had no news from Zynga about their Star Wars game since. They have been heavily recruiting people to start development on the game, so I can't really imagine an alpha for that game being ready until probably March, April next year, with a view to releasing the game probably towards the end of the year. But I'll keep my eye on that once we get some more news surrounding their offering. Also in August 2018, EA announced that Star Wars Rise to Power was going to be taken off the Google App Store as they look to quote unquote further develop the game. And we've heard nothing since. 2 months ago, a job posting appeared looking for a game director for Star Wars Rise to Power. And since then, again, it's been really quiet. That wasn't until very recently. And we've had a whole barrage of job postings to do with Star Wars Rise to Power, and it's kind of interesting. I'm going to pop out a couple now. The first one is going to be this one, which is an operations and infrastructure technical director. It goes on about the job, blah 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 blah, and it just says basically about growing our mobile studio Red Crow in Austin, Texas, and they're seeking an experienced operations and infrastructure technical director to work on the upcoming launch of a new social strategy game, Star Wars Rise to Power. Now, that part of the text is quite old, because that was what their idea and vision was of the game when they were testing it last year. And it talks about how you can build your fleets, have a hero, and deploy your ships and snub fighters, etc., and using iconic characters and build your bases up and all this kind of stuff. So that job posting was very recent, as in 2019. So it's really pretty new, and they're still looking for that one. But then there's some more job postings much more recently, and this is for an art outsource manager. And again, it kind of says the same sort of stuff about the game and how at EA we exist to inspire the world to play. I actually thought that said pay. We inspire the world to pay. I had to look at that twice. I don't know why that was. But it just says it's a rare opportunity to EA to reimagine a Star Wars mobile product from the ground up and define a new model of game development. Now this is quite interesting, and it goes on to say about working with Lucasfilm and all the stuff to do with Star Wars. So it's abundantly clear from this job posting and the other job postings that I've got for a lead 3D modeler, a lead animator to work on the game, that they're looking to do something complete, perhaps move away from their original idea and then look at something completely different in their mobile game. Will it still be a ship-to-ship based combat game? I imagine it will be. Will they remove the ability to harvest resources on the ground? Perhaps they might, and just keep everything in space, because that was kind of for me playing the game, that was something that kept breaking the pace of the game up, going down to the ground and having to micromanage to do your ships. Because let's face it, all the ships were built in space. Very rarely were they built on the ground. Parts were probably shipped up to the orbital stations and things, but predominantly they were built in space. And for me, it kept breaking up that flow. We had to go back down to the ground and mine and nitpick and micromanage everything. And although the game had no actual real money transactions, it still had microtransactions in there that we tested. And the game was extremely heavily pay to win. And obviously for me, I was worried about the elements of it being gambling, because of the fact that if you had a ship and you spent real world money to upgrade it, you purchased crystals and then use those crystals to upgrade your ship, and that ship got obliterated in combat, you lost it. You didn't get back any resources. So any crystals or real money you spent was gone. And I was horrified when I saw that. So perhaps hopefully they're looking at that again, rethinking, you know what, because of all the loot box scandals going on right now as well, do they have to take a step back and think, well, we can't really do this with our Star Wars game? Because if you look at Star Wars Commander, although that game is heavy pay to win, but if you lose your base, if your base gets obliterated, it all comes back to life. It regenerates. So you don't actually lose anything. The only thing you lose are resources, like aluminium and money. That's it. And all of those can be harvested for free, so you don't pay for those, unless of course you purchased money in game, but more for you. So that was my worry with Rise to Power, and it seems like they're looking to do the game again. As and when that will come out, who knows, Christmas time perhaps, but I imagine it'll be in the new year. Looking at Star Wars Battlefront 2, there's been a heavy focus on Clone Wars content. So could the Rise to Power game feature a lot of the Clone Wars material right now that's going around? It could well be. But it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts and comments below. And that is it for news in the Star Wars gaming space on mobile. And as always, I'll keep you posted when I find out more. Links are below to all the job descriptions should you wish to apply. If you do, please sneak me out some screenshots and leaks. I'll be happy to take those. But thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and may the force be with you.